who was disdainfully picking over the remains of his tuna entree and eyeing the purposeful plummeting of the sky's best snowflakes with the vigorous venom of a cat grown old enough to truly despise winter. "Ah," he hisses, lidded eyes coming to bear on my vaguely despondent figure. "You are, O grasshopper, what you accomplish. A man, or in your case a boy, can only be measured by his achievements. Sam, I'd buy it if you were a Siamese, but let's face it, you're a domestic shorthair rescued by me from a West Side alley in New York. Now come on, I need this for my essay." "Okay, Charles, if you want to know what you are an insignificant 18-year-old kid pretending to be an adult, trying to write about some aspect of your rather short life and make it seem not only interesting, but significant too. No offense, but the best thing you ever did in your life was to adopt me." The cat, right? "That's not quite true, Sam, but you do have a point." Sam disdainfully shook his left front paw and resumed glowering at the snowflake's gently offensive descent. Snowflakes notwithstanding, for I in my youth still enjoy them greatly, my snide little fur face is right. As my pen hand evicts my head and my pen begins to romp across the paper, I look back on my life and find a notable paucity of great achievements and memorable experiences. I see, complete with warm feelings of triumph and heightened self-esteem, the earning of my driver's license, my first date, my first and only sack in a football game, and other memorabilia of my not-so-distant youth. Not to say that I have had an uneventful life, but there isn't too much to brag about. This is where what Sam just said comes into play. One simple word which explains my aforementioned positive experience. That word, if you have not already guessed it, is 18. After all, I've been on this earth for about 1/4 of my expected lifespan, and it's only in the past few years that I have gained leave to explore the world's virginal vistas. So it's no surprise to me that my past is far from chock full of wondrous life experiences. Picture, if you will, the world reduced to the comparative microcosm of a chicken coop. Perhaps with Sam playing a role as the Grim Reaper, or the threat of communism, I like that, or the Fuller Brush salesman, or some other menacing apparition. Following through with the analogy, I have been spending my time in the eggshell of high school. I am soon due to be released into the training ground of the coop's floor, which serves as a college designed to prepare me for the dangers, inconsistencies, and complexities of the adult world outside the barnyard. While the snowflakes remorselessly mount their attack against my poor aged cat, I ponder the infinite mysteries of college. Why college? Sam is remarkably uncommunicative, his ears flattened with rage at the sky's vile behavior, and refuses to answer my query. Sitting here in the kitchen, all the wrong reasons for college are readily apparent, and I chant aloud of money, power, prestige, and the endless others that send people scurrying to the shelter of higher education in the hope that one will show some sign of earning my feline mentor's stamp of approval. Nothing. He sits on the window like a stone meatloaf. Glumly, I stare into the oven, my wave of inspiration having crested and broken on the beach of writer's block. Now, though, I feel as if I'm being watched. Slowly, I turn to the window and gaze into two deep, burning, liquid eyes. Sam has abandoned his snowflakes for my problem. You could never see the forest for the trees, could you? What is it that you were complaining about earlier? A lack of experience, wasn't it? Now then, tell me what college is for. As the words sinuously roll off his tongue, I realize how totally correct he is. I need college to learn, not how to read or add, but how to live. College is the beginning of real life, of life outside the chicken coop, and it is where I will begin my life. What do you think? Good? Yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's an extreme case. It's an extreme case. The kid is obviously taking a risk, but it paid off for him because he got into college, right? That's what I'm talking about, okay? Be honest.
What is his future profession?
I have no idea, actually.
Maybe he became a writer?
Quite possibly. Oh, no, he wasn't Harvard. It wasn't Harvard, but it was actually a prestigious university in Ohio. Sorry, it wasn't Harvard. But still, a good school. A very good
The
school.
previous guy, was he taken to the university?
This guy?
No,
Yes.
The previous one.
Oh, no.
So he wasn't accepted.
No.
I think he was
You think what? You went to the army?
Yeah. Or to politics.
Okay, yeah, or politics, yeah. How many on time, okay? 10 or 15 minutes? Okay, that's good. I want to show you this. This is a successful college application essay. Who said pictures? That's right, look, right here. This is an essay. Crazy, huh? So this is not necessarily new and interesting. A lot of art school students do this. But it is unorthodox a little bit. And I'm not telling you draw pictures. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that it's okay to experiment. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to do something that makes you stand out. That makes you stand out. All right. We have a time for just one quick activity. Right now, on a sheet of paper, I want you to write down a list of 2 or 3 of your worst failures at school. Things that really make you feel bad, okay? Your worst failures. But make sure that each of them was a learning experience, okay? Each of them that you learned something from. It can be any kind of failure, academic failure, or something that happened like with a friend that you just really screwed up a friendship or something. Write a list, 2 or 3, not very many, 2 or 3. What did you learn from them? How did they change you? I want to give you 5 minutes to write them, and then you're going to share with the neighbor. So don't write anything that you would not want to share with a neighbor. Okay? All right, you are going to share. So I want to give you 5 minutes to do this right now. 2 or 3 things. Once you have written them down, turn to a neighbor, somebody you trust. Maybe you have a trusting face if you don't know the person. And share. Share what you've written. And explain what you learned from them and how they changed you.
Amount of time needed.
No, yes, I can make myself to see it before
Were you able to think of some times that you had some troubles that you had, some problems you had, or maybe some failures at school? We all have them. We all have them, right? Okay. But it's not the failures themselves that define us. It is how we handle the failures that define us, right? Okay. It's very important to remember. And I think that is all. Here is the book that I was telling you about, 100 Successful College Application Essays. The publisher is the Harvard Independent, 2002. I don't know how easy it is to find it here, but you can look for it. You can look for it. Here is my email address.
What is Jorabek?
Jorabek, that I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Uzbekistan, and that was my Uzbek name. Jora means friend, and Bek is like honorific. Yeah.
That's your website.
Yeah, no, this is my website, jorabek.com. This is a website primarily for teachers. So if you are an English teacher, you will find, are there any English teachers here today? 1, 2, 3, 4, a few, 5, okay, good. I would like for the English teachers to come and see me afterwards, and I want to give you my business card. Okay, but here you can, teachers can download worksheets, handouts, copies of my presentation. Anybody can download them, but they're primarily for teachers. Copies of my presentations and my workshops, my PowerPoint presentations, they're all there. They're all there. And I'm adding stuff too, and I've actually recently started adding video of my presentations as well, as is evidenced by the hard work of the gentleman in the back today. So please come and visit. Please let me know if you have any questions by email. I have just a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, where I can answer questions now, but that's all, only 2 or 3 minutes. I hope that's okay. So do you have any? Yes?
Is handwriting okay in such statements?
No.
No?
Type it.
Oh.
Unless you're drawing it, right, of course. Yes, type it. Type it.
Is this restricted to number of words?
Yes, but it depends on the school. The school will decide.
How many pages was it in this last essay which was successful?
Probably, that one seemed to me about 500 words, which is 2 pages double-spaced. Felt like 500 words. Yeah, a lot of them are limited to about 200 words or 300 words. It depends on the school. Well, first and foremost, follow the directions. Yes?